I'm going to start with a promise here. Even if I turn out to be embarrassingly, humiliatingly, catastrophically wrong in this video, I'll still leave it up forever. And then you can come back and mock me all you want. But here's the truth that for some reason almost nobody wants to believe. AI cannot and will never steal a job from any writer if that person has true skills or talent. Hate away. But if you're a writer and you lose a job to AI, you were never good enough to feel secure in the first place. So in this video, I'm going to show you why AI is not nearly the monstrosity most people think it is. We'll discuss why humans should be human again and how to hack your life so you can do better than you ever dreamed. Now, first, my name's Henry Bingaman. I started out as a freelance copywriter 16 years ago. Now, in the beginning, I struggled so much that I almost quit. Then I discovered the secrets and strategies that make high-income freelancing possible, and I eventually grew my income to over $1 million a year. Today, I make videos like these to help freelancers and aspiring freelancers make more money and enjoy their work more. All right, let's talk AI. The truth is, I know a couple of copywriting experts who are saying they can write better copy with AI, they can do it 50 times faster, and they get better results than ever before. The taglines are like, come on, bro, you're not using AI, bro, you're getting left behind, bro. In fact, let me tell you this $5,000 course on how to use AI so you don't get left behind. I did go through one AI course, and it was interesting to see how he was using it, but it's not this miracle pill. It's not saving everybody, it's not replacing everybody. Most people in the use AI to write for you space are just full of crap. I don't even hate these guys selling these courses, but there's a very obvious problem that they're not bringing up. AI assembles the most soulless prose I've ever read in my life. And I say it assembles because that's what it does. It's predictive algorithm that tries to assemble words into an order that humans can understand and might like. Anyone who's studied the literature or writing knows that what it's pumping out is an imitation of writing. It's soulless. It is not human. And it's not getting better. In fact, it's getting worse because it's being trained on the entirety of the internet. And most of the writing on the internet is atrocious. So it can't get better doing that. Now, I know the tricks of feed it your own writing. I've tried that stuff. It still doesn't work. But here's the dark part of this. It still may be the most powerful tool for persuasion that's ever been created. Not because AI can write copy, but because, as Stalin said, quantity has a quality of its own. And since many people are mindlessly using AI to write for them, the algorithm is subtly infiltrating its own ideas into tons and tons of copy on the internet. The question I want to ask right now is, how are the guys who are selling these courses even pretending to make the kinds of claims they are, 50 times faster with better results? Well, here's my assertion. Some of these guys, the actually successful ones, not the people who have basically no copy chops at all, the successful guys don't understand what actually made them successful. Many extremely talented people don't really understand why they're successful. Because when you have an extraordinary talent, it feels effortless. It seems obvious. There's no amount of hard work or practice that the vast majority of the world could put in to be as good as the NBA player at basketball. But let's take it even further. Most NBA players are in pretty good shape. They have great conditioning. But what if a very good NBA player tried to claim, because they're good at basketball and basketball requires good conditioning, that they were extraordinary at conditioning, that was their talent? Now, if challenged, they'd clearly get humiliated by ultramarathoners, elite CrossFit athletes, maybe even club soccer players around the world, and a variety of other types of really fit people. Their true skill is basketball. They got good enough at the conditioning to really shine, but that's not their real talent. So, to bring this weird analogy back, some copywriters are so good at understanding what the market wants, coming up with the right idea at the right time, which is a related skill to copy, but it's not copy. Their writing can suck, and they still make a boatload of money. They're like the NBA player who thought he was the best at conditioning. He's better than most, to be sure, but he'll get humiliated in a head-to-head competition on what he's supposedly teaching. So yes, AI is a better and faster writer than those copywriters who are good at ideas, but that's not that great of an endorsement if you look at their writing. Here's a thing that some really excellent copywriters don't always talk about. The actual copy is only 20% of the final result. It's probably the hardest 20% to master, but 80% of the results have nothing to do with the copy. The first 60% is the list of the people you're reaching, ad targeting, or your email list, or your physical mailing list. The next 20% is the idea. Now, I've known billion-dollar copywriters who are just decent at writing, but they're so damn good at finding the right idea that their writing doesn't matter at all. They could write atrocious sentences, and some of them do, and they still make a lot of money. Awesome, great for them. But you have to recognize your talent. If the only reason you can use AI to generate profitable copy is because you fed it the perfect idea, an idea it could never have come up with on its own, how can you claim to sell a course on the writing side of it? You need to sell courses on the idea coming up side, and you can't because it's just a natural talent. People are just so blind to their own talents that they're assuming that it's the writing, that other people can just get the same results as them if they feed in a bunch of prompts that you give them. That's not the story for everybody. I'll use myself as an example here. I think I'm pretty good at finding the right ideas, and I've proven this with $400 million in sales over my career, but I'm not the best at it by any stretch of the imagination. But once I get the right idea, I'm extremely good at communicating it. Writing is my skill. The people people hawking these AI courses and saying AI is going to replace everybody, they're the people in the camp of very good at finding ideas and not so good at communicating them. So what bothers me is they don't understand what they're selling. To them, these ideas seem obvious. So the 9 prompts that are making them millions of yada yada whatever, their AI generated copy still sucks. It's just that the ideas work, so they don't notice. The ideas are right, but the copy sucks. I'd be embarrassed to put out copy as bad as some of these things these guys are bragging about and literally showing off in their courses. The more people that use AI, the more that everybody's going to sound exactly the same. And because AI is a terrible writer, they're all going to sound equally terrible. AI is having its honeymoon period with the public. People are just starting to figure out what it's good at, and more people are realizing that the large language models, which is what the chat GPTs are, they're way more limited than the tech bros were promising. So yeah, the current iteration of AI is only a threat to the talentless masses, and that's bad enough. The problem is it's also getting dumber, and it has to the way it's programmed. But at the end of the day, will AI replace millions of jobs? Yes, unfortunately. Will it replace your job? Not at all. Not if you're talented and prepared. Now, having said all that, you need to have clients in the first place, and a lot of freelancers kill their shot at landing clients before they even get started. They make the same mistakes over and over, which is why I put together a free checklist. It's the 7 messaging mistakes that stop clients from hiring you. Just run through this quick checklist when you're talking to prospects, and you'll end up with a lot more work. You can grab that at henrybing.co/7mm, and of course, the link is in the description. All right, catch you in the next one.